here. On my right, but always political left, Ogie Overman. David Daggett is held over from an earlier segment. We're glad he's here. Keith Granberry, founder of Helping Hands Consultants. One quick thing, guys. A number of Triad cities and towns are having elections, municipal elections this fall. October 7th is your primary date, so make sure you vote. All right, last week, an 18-year-old Advance man was arrested for threatening mass violence on students at the University of Louisville if they didn't remove posters critical of the late Charlie Kirk. In North Carolina, a Class H felony like that, he might only serve 4 months. Now, given the current climate of violence, should an online threat of violence carry a mandatory sentence, let's say of 3 to 5 years or something? What do you think, Ogie?
Generally, I'm against mandatory sentences, but I think it ought to be up a level from level H to make it more than 4 months.
I agree with Ogie 100%. We need a little more deterrent in that area. It's happening too much. It's happening in too many places. We need to up the deterrent level.
What do you think, Keith?
I think you have to determine whether that's a threat or not, because a lot of times online you see a lot of things that you may determine as a threat but may not be a threat. So I think you have to look at each case individually. All
right. Speaking of violence, the Smith High School football team has already had 2 games called off early due to fighting, including last week when a Smith player punched the referee. Given this pattern of violence, should Guilford County suspend Smith from playing football for the rest of the season? Ogie.
Well, tell you what, I hate to see the whole team penalized for the actions of one idiot, but I would put them on probation, beef up security by a lot, and say, look, 3 strikes and you're out. It's over.
Yeah, they had 2 strikes. Yep. Actually, 2 fights with at the Mount Tabor tournament,
and then punched the ref.
David. Yeah, I've got some real mixed emotions on this one. I know from coaching high school that a lot of the young kids you get in athletic programs, it's their only window of hope into the future.
Right.
You close that window because of a few incidents and you affect a lot of people. I think you up security, I think you compensate it, I think you hold the individuals very responsible. Do not cancel the program.
Keith?
Do not cancel the program, but I think the punishment needs to be so severe that people will think twice about doing something like that.
All right.
I mean, you punching referees just doesn't make sense to me.
I know it. Speaking of sports, the New York Yankees are defending their decision to draft a young player who once drew a Nazi swastika on the door of a Jewish student's dorm room while he was at college just before he got drafted. And they explained it. The Yankees said, well, he was drunk at the time. Guys, should being intoxicated excuse hate speech?
Yeah.
Ogie.
Yeah, right. He's not a Nazi, but he's just a drunk. So let's go ahead and draft him if he can throw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Right. What do you think?
That's no excuse. Absolutely no excuse.
David?
We were all young and stupid at one time. He was young, I don't know him, so I hate saying stupid, was drinking, a bad thing happened. My hope and prayer is he learned a lesson, we can move on, and he can use that to have a positive effect on
Does drinking make you prejudiced like that?
I have to disagree with David. I think he is stupid. But but I think that he learned this behavior from somewhere. And I think not giving him an opportunity to deal with this issue directly and have a positive outcome is wrong. So I err on the side of giving an opportunity, but someone taught him this behavior to think that it's okay.
Yeah, so you only half disagree with me.
Yeah. I have, yeah. No, I did. That's exactly it.
2 years ago, an Arizona man was convicted of dismembering dogs, for which he only served 18 months in jail. He got out, I think it was last week, went right over and murdered a 67-year-old woman. FBI studies have warned us for years this kind of thing happens if you abuse animals, and then you'll end up killing a human. In order to prevent future violence, guys, very quickly, should animal murder carry the same penalties as murdering a human? Ogie.
Close to it, Jim. I tell you, I believe that. I truly believe kids that harm animals grow up to be miscreants. But yeah, maybe not at quite the level, but right below it.
Yeah, we have an ongoing theme here, and that is deterrence. We have to have deterrence in place to prevent future behavior. This is an example of that.
I don't know if it's on the level of humans, but I do think there needs to be an adequate punishment for that.
All right, President Trump says he will soon issue guidelines that will protect prayer in public schools, make it easier for students to pray in class. Very quickly, you have a problem with that, anybody? Okay.
Well, it's all political yet again, Jim. What's the problem with prayer? You can close your eyes and say a prayer. Everybody does that before a test. Please help me get a C? You know?
I say yes, as long as it's completely ecumenical and not mandatory for the individual.
Keith.
I think if you're letting everyone pray based on their own religion, if that's what you want to do, but I still think that prayer should be left out of the schools.
All right, finally, according to the website 2190, a man will have mood swings if he goes 1 year without physical intimacy. Guys, when you were younger, did you have a lot of mood swings, Ogie?
Well, no, I was a pretty happy-go-lucky guy. You know?
David Daggett.
My mood swings have come as I've aged.
Yeah. Keith.
Did I have mood swings?
Yeah.
No, not at all. I've always been even keel.
I figure we'll think that. I'm Jim Longford. See you next week.